All right, hello everybody. Welcome to VR Master League Channel 1. Excuse us for the brief delay there. We did have some very last minute tech issues, so had to switch out the cams just a little bit, but where there was once a Dimwee, you have a Pally, and Dimwee hopefully will be returning to some streams a little later tonight perhaps. But of course, beside me, we have DocEducation. And Doc, how's it going?
Fantastic. If all of you listening and watching only knew the work that goes through to bring this to you, all the tech stuff, and to have someone on backup ready to bring it to you when the primary camera goes down, that's professionalism at its best.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we are here, usually. So, everyone for joining, thank you for joining. I said that out of order, but hello to Punitive in there, as well as Kit and Bryce, Zux as well. Glad to have you guys in here. Prince, more royalty in the chat. See that every now and then. Always glad to have princes and kings and princesses and all of the above. So with that, teams are hopefully ready to go here soon. And yeah, I mean, excited to be casting this one, especially since I didn't expect to, but here we are, and we've got 3 in a row for you.
This one's a huge one, Palidore. As you know, GenZ ranked 14th right now, BRTK ranked 18th, and both of these teams obviously looking to get into the Challengers Cup in the last cycle. BRTK, if the season ended right now, GenZ would be the last team to be inside the Challengers Cup, so being on the edge, they're definitely hungering to keep that edge and keep in that cup. BRTK, a few spots out at the moment, and obviously looking to break in there. Challengers Cup winning there would make you a season 3 finalist right away. And finalizing the countdown is going on right now with 1 second left. They're coming out of the tubes, and it looks like it's gonna be GenZ getting their head on it first.
And meeting it along halfway there, so collects immediate shot trespassing, says none of that in my goal. Jack G with a recovery, being stunned. A lot of stuns going out actually as trespassing gets another clear, so great start for trespassing if nothing else. Playing some stalwart defense in here as it will be another recovery, however, to GenZ, if only for a split second.
Yeah, typical, neutral joust kind of scramble. Both teams trying to get their offenses set up for the first time, and it looks like GenZ will finally get a really well set up offensive movement with the team spread out there. Beautiful pass to the floor there. Platypus is on the backboard. He's gotta send it in. GenZ up by 2.
And A+ for A Platypus to put themselves on the board. Finally took a few attempts after those scrambles you mentioned for sure. But there you go. Took about a minute, and they've settled into their groove right now. And what's up also, Kid in there. So yeah, I was supposed to cast with Kid in about an hour. We have Kraken versus High Voltage going to be on Channel 2. So on that note, hold on, because there's a Channel 3 from Jack G. And just completely punishing, essentially, on a wide open goal. 9 seconds, Doc.
Yeah, I mean, that's one where, kind of misconnection on the pass in the tube actually worked out for them, and got the disc, and yeah, goal was just wide open there. So definitely taking advantage. And now GenZ on their offensive joust for the first time, going to attempt that pass there, but that stack pressure causing that disc to be a little bit wide, and BRTK will take advantage. Their stacks are not together right now, so we'll see who gets there first.
Well, trespassing is eyeing it down, but just not enough speed as 3 players come along from GenZ to recover. Now off the side wall there, Platypus in the area. They have a dribble all the way down the floor with some success, lining it up, almost perfect. Will recover once more, collects, taking it, and then saving it. What a grab. I believe that was Rocket. There were a lot of bodies in there, and they are indeed rocking it, but rolling in, it's JT Graham.
Wow. Yeah, what a shot by Platypus. Really hard angle, and with, I don't know, 3 or 4 people in between the shooter and the goal there, but it was JT Graham picking it up and sending it on the backside. So ended up being a nice little assist. And back on the offensive joust is BRTK. That pass not going to connect, and so the back stack, JT Graham and Platypus, going to haul it in, but Gio's going to be in the way, and it'll be back in the hands of GenZ.
And into the hands of Platypus. Good stun from Platypus again. So much like trespassing for one end, you got Platypus doing some good brawl work and defensive work on the other. Into the goal, though, will be JT being stunned out as well. So more scrambles, another clear, and some chaos ensuing right now, Doc. But looking to take full advantage. KFC has a pass, maybe a Jack G, but opts for a back pass that just misses and instead turns into a clear.
Oh, but they're lucky to have their stack together, and they will get it back. Zeus and Platypus doing some work with some pressure, but it will be a really nice pass to Jack G. Rocket will be in the area, so they'll get a little two-man game going. Zeus and Rocket going back and forth. Trespassing coming in, one-on-one against the goalie. It's good.
It's great, in fact. And yeah, so far, just trading punch for punch, save for save. We got goal for goal, essentially, at this point. And very entertaining first few minutes of this round for sure.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams, absolute fire. They can move, they can shoot, they can do it all. That's why they are ranked super high diamond as they are. JT Graham with the disc, passing it back over to Zeus and Klex. But Jack G and KFC doing some great work. Look at that recovery, though. A Platypus coming over, get with the pass to Zeus. Zeus can't handle it, but it bounces down to Klex. Klex on the floor. Oh, what a save by Trespassing, and clears it out.
Again, Trespassing being an absolute menace inside that bubble. And in the mid lane, guess who? Trespassing again, another take back. So some serious defensive momentum we're seeing there from Trespassing. Their back pass a little off, unfortunate bounce off that side panel, the pole that is, as they back it out to Zeus. And Zeus contested very well in the mid line, and just as well, A Platypus contested well. So now a clear attempt, and that defense is mighty impressive.
Very good defense. KFC on the nest. Oh, what the stun. Klex coming in. Trespassing is a little bit behind, so Klex will get the disc off. Yeah, both of these teams with some great offensive opportunities and some great defensive stops right away. But right now, it's Jack G. Oh, off the ding ring. What a miss.
And seeing if they can get a grab. A Platypus will send it to the midfield, but doesn't really clear, just gets stuck in the mid, recovers the own clear, and immediately just heaves it. And these teams hauling back into the blue zone, where Trespassing receives that one. Risky right through two defenders, and it does hit one of the midfielders for an interception to JT Graham. Beautiful shield, and now it's gonna yield them the two.
Wow. Wow! JT Graham with the ender, then pushing off the shoulder, dodging one defender, and then going against the goalie. A literal 1-on-3. That's some beautiful moves there.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of quick moves and quick succession, those have to be so precisely timed, and a lot of it's just instinctual, quite frankly, but doing an amazing job to get them the points, and the continuation of this goal-for-goal trade-off we're seeing is now 4 minutes left in this round, and another take back by KFC.
It's interesting you say instinctual, Palidore, because obviously it's not natural instincts, it's trained instincts, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's JT Graham is now going, he's just reacting. KFC, though, doing his own reaction and getting the stuff.
You know, as JT actually gets us here, too, speaking on that, hold on, the bouncer will be slapped out, rebounded in 3! Oh, that turn seriously damaging off of what was initially some good defense.
Wow, we can't even get a word in edgewise. These teams are moving so fast. The disc is changing hands, and the scoring opportunities and the scoring is happening so quickly in this game.
Yeah, and well, I'll try and finish my thought real quick. Just on the whole instinctual shielding thing, I find myself sometimes in the past, when I was actively playing or in the off seasons, even when teammates came at me when I was first getting back into private scrims, I would instinctually shield myself sometimes, or anytime I just heard the boosters, even when it was my own teammates. So it's just one of those things that does get ingrained to you once you play Echo for long enough.
Absolutely, and those are the skills you want to make instinctual, so you're thinking and reacting to the what's going on in the arena, and not having to think about which button am I pushing, in what order. It just kind of happens. That's how you get to the super high level, and that's what we recommend for new players and for very skilled players. So right now, up by 4 is GenZ. We're kind of coming down to it. 2.5 minutes to go. Every score right now is big. KFC, can't quite connect on that pass. That would have been a great scoring opportunity. There's going to be a scramble. Platypus tapping it back. Trespassing, can't quite get it, and it will be back into the BRTK zone.
And bouncing a few different ways, but 3 players starting to split off. But just in time for the slapback was trespassing into the tunnel. KFC now bounce heave. That's going to be almost a perfect lead to Rocket. I'm not sure if that was intended or not, but that was would have been a gorgeous highlight. Unfortunately, will not pave out that way. KFC. A lot of bold jukes and just a handoff to the back, but no one really there. KFC doing some interesting work, but it will result in a turnover and a bouncer that goes into the goal with an open one. About to be maybe conceded here with that pass, but cut off.
Wow. Yeah. Multiple opportunities there, but some great defense, re-grabbing straight out of goal. Jack G and KFC working together. They know they're down. They have got to get a score quickly if they want a chance here in round 1. JT Graham knows the opposite. It's time to waste some time to burn that clock and get some good passes. Zeus flying in, gonna pass right back to JT Graham onto the floor to Klex. Klex! Ho-ho! The alley-oop and the slam from Zeus.
Oh man, I almost thought that was just a very close pocket shot, but also, yeah, the alley-oop was available as well. Big hit now, and after trading goal for the first 7 or so minutes now, that's a few in a row, it seems, here for Gen Z starting to pull away.
Starting to pull away, but haven't quite sealed it yet. A couple of threes could definitely tie this game. That's not going to do it, though, as JT Graham will clear it out. It will go fully into the BRTK zone. Platypus is moving quick. Klex is right there. That tap not good enough. If they score right here, it might seal the deal. 8 points. That'll close it for round 1 to Gen Z.
All right, yeah, that's Alpha 4 in a row, I do believe, 3 or 4, and with not enough time to come back. That's a strong showing. When it came down to that crunch, the last few minutes started finding that second wind of sorts. There's enough to really gas them into the front there and overtake the side of BRTK. That was a very fun round, though, so fast-paced.
Absolutely, and still not over. One thing I love about this game and the format we have, it really incentivizes players to fight up until the very last second. I mean, you can see Jack G and trespassing, re-grabbing with 3 seconds to go and 8 points down. I think that's I love seeing the action.
Yeah, and action, it was filled with it, without a doubt. And also, filling up the Twitch chat, want to shout out Burnsy there for the Tier 1 subscription. Thank you very much, and good to see you, Burnsy. And good to see as well, Flare VR will be on stream a little later on in the evening. I may or may not be on that one still, I'm not sure. I had to kind of hop on channel 1 here with emergency cams. It was initially Dimwee, but then some internet issues, unfortunately, and I know the feeling from last season. So, stepped in literally last minute, or actually on the start time, and hence why I'm here. So we're trying to figure out what we're going to do for channel 2, but everything should still be streamed, I think, so we should still be good. And shout out VTS King also. I was going to say, haven't seen VTS in a while here, but I also haven't been on channel 1 in a while here, at least not very often, so glad to see VTS, and of course the stats courtesy Ignite and Spark. But with that, yeah, Doc, round 2, hopefully equally as amazing as that one was.
Fully expect it to be. Both of these teams super highly skilled. I mean, BRTK lost by a fairly comfortable margin, but it only happened, really at the end of that round. And I mean, round 2 could definitely go either way, as it looks like we're about 7 seconds from the start of round 2.
All right, well, I'm ready, and let's get to it. First joust, neutral taken, JT Graham, but stunned immediately, and some grabs, re-grabs, and some slaps and stuns. But ultimately, another quick start and another pile-up filled start here to this round, it seems.
Yeah, both teams still scrambling. It looks like Klex will be in the area, but Jack G's right there, gets the stun out. So, yeah, everyone's just getting a hand on the disc and immediately getting stunned out. No one can quite control it. The clear, there's no back pass there. So KFC will finally haul it in, but sending it in, and with 4 players there, it looks like Gen Z will finally control this after the neutral joust.
Well, fancy that. It's Vanzy in the chat. How's it going? I was just saving the best for last, of course. Good to see ya. And Platypus would be good for him to see the disc, but sees it slapped into the midfield. Actually saw Zeus there, so Zeus not quite able to wrangle it, but immediately turning around for the regrab. That's what you need to do. KFC, though, they take the shield and a 3-point hit right back. It's KFC on the board first for BRTK.
BTS saying, let's go. Yeah, that's what they needed to get this round started. 3-pointer huge. KFC flying in and with the goal open, just sending it right in. So GenZ on their offensive joust. Let's see how they respond. It's going to be Zeus with the disc. Immediately passes over to JT Graham, but the stack, KFC and Jack G doing their work. The disc is over to Klex. Platypus is going to scramble for it. KFC is putting the defense on. Trespassing, no, can't quite get it. Klex might get it first, but stunned out. Trespassing, clearing it through, but Zeus on the back line.
Yeah, Zeus with the good positioning there to find Klex now, so the good eyes, but a better dive from KFC. The pass a bit long, so well read. Certainly, and this is going to enable maybe another 3, but no. A rebound inside the KFC. Both the goalies dive out and juking right underneath their feet and putting it in directly down mid. Wow, 5 points.
Absolutely delicious from KFC, doing some juke work. I mean, that was a feast of the eyes, Palidore.
Absolutely. Fun fact, just before I had to hop on this cast, I was eating some chicken wings, so you know, I might be have a little bit of KFC bias now just by that merit alone as Platypus gets stunned.
Jack G and KFC are doing a really fantastic job, although right there, that was not it. That they had the clear, they had the stack together and just forced it through an angle. I don't know, maybe there was a hiding player there from GenZ, and I think it was Jack G, didn't quite see it, but flying in there is trespassing, and the disc is loose again toward the mid.
And taken here by JT Graham, just playing a little monkey in the middle there with Jack G on the defense. So coming away with it, collects deep into the back line, but again, the dive's pretty good here, and a great grab, however. So KFC, the defense now, and lining up their stacks. Both these teams are not wasting any time whatsoever trying to find their grabs and get that speed going.
Rocket flying in, but KFC gets it. Oh, trespassing, gets stunned out. That was a beautiful stun out by the defense there from GenZ. Disc is tapped down. Platypus is in the area. Trespassing, though, will get it. Immediately stunned out by Klex. So some really great defense here by both teams. Flying in, and Zeus is going to send it in, but only for 2.
And that was just a few inches away from even maybe being a 3 off that if the barrier hadn't been there. But 5-2, and a good start here after losing that first round. I mean, it was close again most of the way until the last couple minutes, but in 4 minutes of action here, BRTK has now met their scoring total from round 1, where they scored 5 points in that 10 minutes.
Yeah, they're moving really well. Zeus getting the disc, and had KFC open, elected for the 3, and just missed it, so they'll have to do a little bit more work. Plenty of opportunity. Oh, wow. Klex with the second steal and stuff and clear, saving the team right now.
So many stuns this time right before the boost. That enabled a ton of time and a lot of space for a Platypus to break away on a fast break goal. It's tied.
That shows you just how fast this game moves. I mean, it was a beautiful shot from Zeus on the other side. Just barely missed it. 3 for BRTK. Could have been 8-2. Instead, some great defense by Klex, and it's a 6-point turnaround. It's now tied up.
And some hydration redemptions, which I'll be glad to get to shortly, as will be trespassing, taking it away, and looking for that bounce off the backboard, perhaps, but received by Jack in that backline. KFC, rather, distributing to trespassing. Another snag, and some great reflexes there as a good defensive stand will unfortunately just result in some more offense coming along. So if they can get a clear here, that's all they need, but it's some definite panic here happening in the bubble.
Yeah, and look at that shot. Oh, it's just going to be a bit wide. Flying in is Jack G. He does get the clear out, but it will hit, and it looks like Klex, just out of reach. So trespassing and Jack will be able to harass that player there. JT Graham gets it, passes back to Platypus. Platypus over to Zeus. Zeus back to Klex. Klex is going to pass it right into Platypus. I'll call it an inside shot, but that was a beautiful slam.
Turning the defense inside out. That was great. I love the passes there. Even that initial just back tap from Zeus kind of on the cut, and just the underside of the feet of the defenders found that good connection on the pass and really enabled a high percentage one at that. That was some great team play.
Absolutely. Oh, but great individual play there.
Yeah.
JT Graham. Wow. Whew.
Woo is right. So just like that, suddenly it's back in control here for GenZ. That was an immediate turnaround. It seemed like, BRTK had some great control. And, well, just like that, I mean, it's gone and really up to the side here of trespassing, walking up the floor for them to stifle some of that momentum that's being built. And they won't, because Platypus is there to send it away.
Wow, great save by Platypus. Jack G will get a hold of it though, but JT Graham doing some great individual play. KFC and Trespassing are right there. They'll track it down immediately under pressure though. Stuffed! Oh, what a save by KFC!
Some of these grabs I'm seeing from the players in the midfield are pretty impressive. They're quick, they're short range, and right there, some loose change put in to bring them back within 3.
That was huge. It was a pretty big run there by GenZ, 8 points in a row. BRTK went from 3 points up to 5 points down. Now back within 3 with a little bit of momentum. They've had some great defensive stops. They just need to keep going. I think they keep cracking at GenZ's defense. They're going to get some through. And right there, KFC is right back at it. Going to take a shot. Oh, a little high, but flying in is Trespassing. Will fly right by it. KFC's got another opportunity. Passes to Rocket. Off the nest. No, a little wide left.
Yeah, and taken here by KFC now at the wedge. The time not on the side, especially if that defense keeps playing just like that. Some incredible ones we're seeing. Another grab and back into the mid zone again just for a moment.
But Jack G is going to get a handle on it. Oh, and Jack G will finish it. So back within 1 are BRTK, and we have an absolute round on our hands.
Yeah, we do. It turned into something stellar really quickly. Some runs from one team, some runs for the other, but that's the name of Echo, and that's just how it goes. So it's about the performance over the full 10 minutes of each round, and we're seeing these teams operating at full throttle.
Yeah, absolutely. This is as much a mental fortitude game as it is a physical one. Right back and forth there. Teams passing it right there. Oh! JT Graham with the bounce shot off the floor.
What a hit. The bottom bounce, the less common of the two, but that is a very, very important 3 to secure that lead now a little bit more comfortably. And that is correct. Yeah. I forgot to put it on streaming mode kit because I didn't expect to stream. With that said, not expecting that, and suddenly rating supreme for 16 strong points. And guess who it is? It's JT Graham again, the pest.
JT Graham, wow. 2 times this round alone, responsible for 6 points. I mean, on just 2 plays with some incredible steals and immediate 3-point shots. 7 points down. That might be enough to finish it. BRTK knows they have to be very quick, so they go for the headbutt strategy. Passes it. Oh, but that pass will go off the Geo, and every second is ticking away. But they're going to keep going. Whoa. Jack G attempted with the 3. It's not good enough, and the disc is low and loose. Zeus is going to pick it back up. They will not stop, but Klex won't stop either. What a clear.
And again, those short-range grabs and turning it into another 3. What a turnaround, and what a barrage of points in the final half of this round, coming out from behind, and suddenly they're up 10. That was a gigantic turnaround.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows you the slight degrees of separation and skill, and a little bit of luck in terms of some shots going in or just missing barely can really result in big differences in the score. But both of these teams are. I mean, BRTK showed up very well. What a treat to start off Channel 1 tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Really high-paced, ferocious match. That action was non-stop from start to finish of that 20 minutes. So exciting times, without a doubt, as we go to the stats screen here in just a quick second. But of course, we have 3 in a row here on the channel, so not going to dally all too long. But I'll let Doc distract while I go figure out where I'm going next.
I'm just noticing Klex with 8 saves. Oh, sorry, 8 assists. No, that can't be right.
I'll start by saying, yeah, I believe, and it's already been reported, but our stats, seemingly after the first rounds, are breaking this week a little bit, so stats may or may not be exactly accurate. Apologies for that. Getting fixed Hopefully soon.
Okay, well, mine did clear as the teams did reset in the in-game stats, but I did notice that Klex had 8 assists, and I think that is accurate. And I mean that's incredible. I don't know that I've ever seen 8 assists in a two-round game. Pretty impressive. But BRTK, keep up the good work. And Gen Z is looking really strong right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, with that, we're going to go to another match here. A strong one indeed. Once again, in the Diamond Division, Hive Mind versus Wrath. That's coming up next. So I'm going to send you guys to a quick intermission, and we'll be back with the next one. Stay tuned. And also get your channel points. Don't you worry.
City, still so far from home. I've searched for you on my cast out like a shadow, racing towards the light. I pray to see you one more time.
Get this explosive Joker offense, getting to stop his swag war, so he'll deny that opening start, and they'll get the boost down court. They will be at ceiling, they'll find possession, and they'll take this shot in the law, putting 3
of nice quick passes here, sending it up to the top. Lovely pass there, passing it back. Legit now holding it. Stuns there, lovely stun.
Sending that one cross, gonna be ahead of its target, but pursuing it will be Team Gravity. Viatrex now down to the floor. Does this angle exist? And it does. That pass to Lowriders.
Average Joes has improved over their current games. The stacks are out. Both stacks are getting really close as blue team flubs their matches. Average Joes puts it in for 2. Toggle pick not taking any time.
A lot of stuns coming through now at the floor will be picked up and set back towards that bubble, looking above the goal, and the slap from Acorn will finish that one off. Getting the grab on that will be GhostDuck, and trying to get that dribble through mid. It will be picked up by Ryruff. Ryruff sending that pass forward. This is a chance. And GhostDuck, but the save, denying that. It's shut down by this defense. This defense is going to find that clear through. Now they're on offense. Now they're going to take this shot, and Ollie. We talk about Ollie, and Ollie does it right around.
Yeah, as you said, Mad was not looking at the cut passes. He was expecting a shot there. As Mad with the long shot off the backboard, not going to get saved by anyone.
One, as that's going to bounce off the crossbar.
Yeah, nice move by Citizen, but not quite able to finish. Elusive picks it up. Zuck's hanging out on the shield, but to the backside, Jake Tabaka.
But shutting that one down will be Winter on the back line.
Yeah, as he clears it down midfield, the stack from Intoxicated super quick, coming in, and will be Winter first.
Chuck sending it near side, looking to get it to Essen. Essen able to play that one off the wall. S goes back to Sports. Sports back to Link 1. Link 1 setting up Chuck, not North.
Nathan, the pass getting stunned out. Spoon with the pickup and the shot. What a shot there from Sir Captain Spoon.
Immediately turning over Caption, gets it up to Mamba. Mamba flings it through as he gets stunned out. Steals Skyrider.
Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to VR Master League Channel 1 here. I'm Palidore with DocEducation, co-casting with me. And we've got your second of 3 matches in a row. This time it's Hive Mind and Wrath. Doc, how's it going once again?
Amazing. Amazing first game that we had with BRTK and GenZ. And now another amazing game we're going to have, Wrath versus Hivemind, and they are readied up. The teams are out of the gates right now, and it looks like it will be Wrath getting their head on it first, but it looks like it's going to be Hivemind, maybe? No, yes! Callan getting it for Hivemind first.
Yeah, finally grabbing the disc there and sending it waywards into the blue. So goal is immediately covered, but some immediate stuns, and it's going to sneak by. I blow at Swartz, who was in fact still stunned out. So very important there. And first hit 19 seconds in.
Yeah, very important. At 6 meters a second, disc practically floating into the goal. But yeah, it's one of those slow motion moments where there's nothing you can do to stop it, and in your brain you're just going no, and the disc floats into the goal.
Into the goal. I'm not gonna do that. Anyways, I blow at Sports with a disc here on the tunnel and back up top, finding a good pass to Chuck, not Norris. Backing it out to Link 1 as Link cuts. Link finding a send, it looks like. No, Chuck recovering. And right from down under, ties it up.
So both of these teams, not disappointing. We promised y'all a lot of action and a lot of furious action. And just like that, we've had 2 knockout punches, and the game is tied at 2.
And hey, Chuck will do that to you. Throwing a little bit of that karate. Over there, though, it's Kaznaz sending a deep pass to Suprum. Up to the barrier, just all by the lonesome. Callan finds the second goal.
That's how you do it. Hang out on the shield, hang out on the nest, get the pass, go one-on-one against the goalie. Very hard to stop. So just like that, back up is Hivemind, and back on the offensive joust is Wrath.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, these two teams, obviously Wrath, well known from Master Division and still yet contesting. I mean, since Cycle 1 and they were relegated to Diamond Division, and yet this entire time now, as we get into the thick end of things here with Cycle 3, Wrath has just been dominating there at the top. So, but just the same, this team here in Hivemind, I mean, they have been on a very quick rise, and they are looking, well, to rise into the goal. Kaznaz has it open.
Hivemind, a very strong team, and they are, of course, looking to get make their own mark. What rank is Hivemind just right now? Are they?
They should be Diamond. Yeah, I mean, right up there near the top of the ladder. I mean, these two teams, again, dating back for all of last cycle, have just been really on top of things. And, oh, that shot. I mean, on top of the defense, certainly, for Hivemind, as they cause another turnover.
Callan coming in for the backside. So, yeah, just like that, Hivemind looking good indeed. Just took a look, and Hivemind is ranked 11th. So they are the very, very top of the ladder that is not the Master Division, and obviously looking to stay there and get into that Challengers Cup and get into the finals for that final cycle. So let's see. And, obviously Wrath trying to do the same. So a great matchup for you, possible Challengers Cup, possible finalist match preview here.
Oh, for sure. And Kaznaz, not a stranger to just that, and Suprum as well. I mean, Callan, captain. We're talking, again, even outside the context of this season, these teams and these players have all been at the top or near the top of Echo for the better part of the last year, and from light years away, Callan in the clear for the 3.
Beautiful 3, beautiful bounce shot. Right now, Hivemind, everything is going their way. Wrath just, needs to settle in, calm down. They've got 6 minutes left. There's plenty of time for a great team like they are to come back. Their shots will fall, their passes will come. But right now, Wrath is just everywhere, and that shot's got a chip. Oh, wow, that would have been a nice one.
That was almost in. See, also Arrow in the chat there pointing out, even from 30 meters deep, the Callan shot was a bouncer. Of course, Callan being very, very known in the community for being just an expert with the bounce shots, the backboard shots. Link 1, there's a shot, and that's a shot, maybe an injection of life into the side of Wrath.
Big time, yeah. They needed that. early days, but they were getting punched pretty hard. And to see that 3 just not go in, I mean, it could have been 14-2 just now, and instead it's 11-4. Wrath very much in this game, and let's see what they can do on this defensive pressure. Essen coming in with the stack pressure. Their 2, it looks like Chuck Not Norris and Link 1 are linked up. They do get broken up though, so they will have to reconnect. There's some stunning, a couple players left back, so a little bit of an opportunity here for Hivemind.
And walking up the floor now, well, a couple cutters in. Captain Will just takes it and rebounds it right after the great save. Otherwise, 13-4 through the cluster of defense right in the bubble.
Great timing by Captain Will, great persistence, take that shot, but keep moving forward. And there's nothing more frustrating as a goalie than to make a save and to attempt that clear and have someone grab it and put it right back in.
And with that, not Norris, taking the disc and launching out. Address Twitch chat real quick there. The next, that Kraken match will be on channel 2 as a 3 from Callan. Needless to say, Callan is feeling pretty good today, as is the whole side of Hivemind. I mean, they're up triple on the score.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, with every sport you have games where a team or a player is, having a particularly off night or a particularly on night. And I'm not sure if Wrath is having an off night just yet, but definitely Hivemind is having an on night. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if I've seen them miss a shot except for that one 3, which was still very close and from a very long shot. So it's going to be tough for Hivemind if Wrath if Hivemind keep making it at this rate.
Yeah, and you can see what Wrath is trying to do here as they walk it up the floor looking for those passes kind of cross to cross, up to down, but the aggressive defense playing in those lanes and playing on the receivers otherwise is making things really difficult to actually get the offense going and working. As look at the headbutt even directed right into the bubble, just bouncing off the boot. But Callan rebounds, has the angle. Captain Will, one more. Look at the delivery, an inch in front of that goal.
Wow. Yeah, and if you look back on this, not sure if the replay will show it, but I think it was Captain Will and Kaznaz, or there were 2 players for Hivemind that flew in and were right on the disc. And as soon as they got there, you see Captain Will just immediately separates and goes very far away over to the boot. That spreads the defense out and creates that space in the middle for the other player to come in and fly in. So just really beautiful spacing. And I can't even get a sentence out, and Essen is coming in on the other side. So Wrath not finished yet.
Yeah, it seems like that for both of these first 2 games on streams. Sometimes the flows of a match will have these lulls, these little pauses here and there, not to be confused with the lulls on High Voltage who we'll be seeing versus Kraken later on channel 2. But that said, these matches, these first 2 matches we've had, they've really been lightning paced, it seems.
No joke. As Suprum attempts to make the pass, but we'll get to Captain Will. So really nice one reset there. It turns out to be Captain Will sending it over, but Chuck Not Norris jumping that pass. Let's see what Wrath can do. The stacks are together, but it looks like Captain Will is going to have an opportunity first. He does get it, sends it back. Essen can't quite get it, so Kaznaz will pick it up, and Callan will move it forward, but getting stuffed right there for just a moment. Although the headbutt, it's back in the side of the blue.
On the bottom of the floor, a few struggled grabs on the disc, but eventually a clear going in from Chuck, and Chuck recovering off of the dribble, up with a Link 1, looking for that bounce shot. Could it be? It's a Chuck 3, 18-9, bringing them back within single digits.
So Wrath definitely not having an off night. That was a beautiful shot by Chuck Not Norris. Hivemind has just poured in maybe a few too many points in round 1, but Wrath has definitely got some good scoring going in the last couple of minutes, and some great defensive stops as well. So let's see what happens in the rest of this round and going into round 2 here.
Well, it looks like a clear just kind of sent into the bubble, but there was no one there to receive it. So offering some time for a recovery. Link 1, there's only a minute left, so down 9. Mighty large mountain to overcome, but that doesn't mean these points don't matter, because in the context of this match, this could be a turning point if Hivemind aren't careful. Ascend taking it away to the cutting Link 1. Link 1 heading it up to Chuck. Right beyond the reach, though. Sports is on the other end by the wedge. Now has to contest Callan, who comes away with a disc. Looks down, checks below, clears it out, and waits for the teammates to meet it halfway through at the midline. And now a 3 may have been good had Captain not righted that ship.
Wow, yeah, I think it definitely had a chance to go in there. That's got a chance to go in. Will it? No, but getting it back is Link 1 and slapping it in.
There you go, 7-point game. Now, even though the time is not really there for a comeback, it is all of a sudden so much more close, and you can tell that Wrath is starting to cause a little bit of trouble. You know, they're finding their fire. Meanwhile, for Hivemind, maybe losing a little focus here and there with a couple of those turnovers off these jousts especially. They got to be careful. But there's almost another one, just ricochet bounce. So they're kind of in a spot where if they're not careful, this could translate into the next round and really result in a big Wrath comeback next 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, even those last couple little missed connections on the pass, you know, it just it's all psychological, right? You get a feeling of, oh well, I could make a pass and it might not go where I want it to go, or make a shot and it doesn't go right in the goal. So and as you say, Wrath on the other side making some great passes, some great shots. So yeah, really nice run at the end by Wrath, but still a beautiful and dominating performance by Hivemind, especially in the first 6 minutes or so.
And especially by Callan, just scoring-wise. Now, of course, not only Callan, but a dozen points for him, nonetheless. But you can see the teammates each have at least one assist. Captain Will leading with 3. I mean, everyone contributing, feeding the hot hand. If nothing else, Callan also just found the shot as well, just in the right place, right time, and being in the right area to receive passes or just to pick off some clears. But really strong start for Callan and Hivemind. On the other side of things, Chuck putting in 5 points and had those that nice long-range hit, that bouncer. Ascend and Link 1 also putting in 2 points and 4 respectively. I Blow at Sports had a save there and 4 stuns. And, you know, with that, round 2 could, like I said, be a pretty good turnaround. I mean, we're always cheering for it. If nothing else, we want to see those third rounds come into the mix, those overtimes. I mean, even last night's streams, we had 2 or 3 overtimes across our matches. So, hey, looking forward to the second round, and here we go.
Here we go indeed. Let's see which team gets their head on it first and which team gets their hand on it first. It looks like Chuck will get the head. Who's going to get the hand? It's going to be Captain Will with the disc. He's going to clear it through. Callan is going to have an option. Let's see if he's as hot as he was in round 1. No! That's the kind of miss that Hivemind, or that Wrath needs, rather. Although the goal is still open. Callan's looking back. He decides to take it all the way in. So, can't get the 3, but 2 still pretty nice.
Yeah, and even look back. He checked back as Callan was entering that bubble. Checked behind, see where the teammates are at, flying by, and still decided, I'm going to turn around and take this on 3 or 4 defenders. Not an issue, apparently. But that's what happens when you get in an offensive zone, and it's pretty clear that Callan is very much in that zone at the moment.
Absolutely, and right there in the zone, in the right zone, is Suprum. Passes over to Captain Will. Captain Will's going to look for Callan. Callan's going to get a hand on it, but immediately stunned out by Chuck Not Norris with the karate chop. And Chuck is going to send it back, and Sports and Essend are going to fly through, but it looks like it'll be Kaz Naz picking it up.
And Captain Will backing it out, just narrowly avoiding that defensive stack, and also Captain stunning them out to the credit. So really delaying the stack greatly, maybe enabling Callan an opportunity up front, but good job from Ascend with the coverage by that Cloud. Chuck Norris not going to waste any time finding a pass down to Link 1, but off the mitts and into the recovered hands of Suprum in the back line before forwarding it to Captain Will. Some passing here, a little bit out of order, but nonetheless, they should still have a little bit of time to recover.
Yeah, Suprum doing some good work on that back line. Kaznaz now with the disc. That pass can't quite connect, so Chuck Not Norris and Essend will get it. They do clear it through. They do get a 1 pull. Chuck Not Norris is flying through. Will he get a hand on it? It looks like, yes, he will. Chuck Not Norris, but the back pass to Essend and back to Sports, so they will reset here.
Now, bounce delivery finds Link 1 wonderfully. Immediately knew where to put it, Chuck, but sending it to the diver. Captain Will just picking it off the goal. You can see the intended passing lane didn't really play out as Callan now will line up. Maybe the male slot, perhaps actually a pass. Instead, Captain Will looking for that 1-on-1. Gets it done for the 4-point lead. Hivemind.
Great passing. Great poise, just the ability to see the arena and see where the passes are, see where the shots are, see where you can hang out, hold on to the disc and just move forward slowly. I mean, just really, right now, Hivemind, everything is working for them.
Yeah, but that said, given that they scored 18 points in that first round, the pace isn't quite as great, at least to start off the third. So that can still be good news in their own right for Wrath, especially if they score here. Really not allowing them that same scoring pace and keeping them feeling a little bit cold, because we saw that happening towards the end of the first round.
Yep, and Chuck Norris is on the floor here. They have an opportunity flying in. Wow, what a cut, what a look, what a finish.
And the dive too, not bad, but just a quarter of a second is all it takes for that window to be open enough. iBlowoutSports, the recipient of Chuck on that pass. There you go, cut in half is that lead.
Now on the offensive joust is Hivemind. Let's see if Wrath runs their same approach where they send one. No, they're going to send two at the quarterback. Chuck Norris and Link 1 are linked up now, but they're going to take a little second to get back. Meanwhile, there's a 2-on-1 against the goalie. What a steal! What a jump by Sports!
Yeah, we read that very, very well, so maybe just could have held on to it even for an extra second before the pass, but instead continuing to help build some sort of strength, or some strength coming in. Certainly, we saw it with Wrath last round. It's really starting to pay dividends here a bit, but unfortunately, eventually the rebound by Callan. They're going to have another shot at it, and they just need to cover off that guy right there, who does find Captain Will by the end.
Nice work by Callan. Wasn't under any pressure, so just continued to press into the goal until, got enough defensive attention that they took their eyes off the cutter there, and beautiful pass and beautiful finish.
Beautiful all around. Good looks, Doc. iBlowoutSports here with a pass. Maybe not quite as good of a look, but we'll get it to Ascend at the end of the day. And we'll be backed out to iBlowoutSports. Sturdy in the back line. Of course, an excellent defender. I know firsthand because he absolutely killed me in a private scrim in the offseason. I don't like to talk about it. Just kidding, I do, because it was amazing. But that said, Ascend here being ablazed by that stun from Captain, and then a turnover again to Supram.
I think one of the things about this game is you have to be in awe of your fellow players, and the performances that we're seeing, the skill level that we're seeing, on individual plays and overall it continues to grow, and it's just really nice to see. I mean, Callan's going to send that one in right there. Oh, just a little bit off. I thought it was going to be maybe I jinxed him a little bit, but Link 1 getting the steal in the clear there.
All right, there's a boost as well. They get there faster. The mail slot is open, but the mailbox is closed. In the back line, though, the mid line, Linked 1 takes another one. iBlowoutSports trying to dive upon it, as is Chuck. Chuck with the recovery. They have a 2-on-1. They have the backboard shot, and they bring it back within 2. Chuck Norris, great recovery, and the decisive offense.
Wow, and what a finish. I mean, for those that don't know, on the back, right behind the goal, there's a cone that pops out. It's actually, it's not a flat surface, and it's a very small area that you can hit from that angle that Chuck was on, and he hit probably a disc-sized area with the disc that would have actually gone in the goal there. You can see it. It almost went out of the goal. Just a really beautiful shot there by Chuck.
Certainly was, and you come to expect it from a player like that, but not expecting the grab. Apparently, Link 1! Is it on? No, barely missing just by a hairline, and that would have brought them up by 1. So big shot opportunity. There's still plenty of time, however, as will be collected and just taken here briefly before some more stuns come out. But another turnover about to happen, perhaps, Doc, and it will be Chuck with that disc and Supram the grab.
Wow, what a save. Chuck looking for the mail slot. I think it definitely had a chance. I don't know if it was good, but definitely had a shot. And right now, Hivemind coming back. But as you say, 3.5 minutes left. Hivemind scored 18 in the first round, only 6 in this round. So the defense of Wrath has kept them on their heels. Captain Will passing back to Callan. Callan over on the right side to Supram. You do not want to give that man a goal. No, Captain Will on the backside. Wow. It's Supram getting it back and putting it in.
That was so nice, and you observe another thing too. Here's one of those. Oh, we got a timeout. Perfect. So one of the subtle things I talk about that makes the difference between, Diamond, Master teams, etc., etc. Look at how they executed that offense here, as we do get that brief timeout. The QB drove it in on this bubble, right? They had 2 divers, 2 teammates diving in. One from the barrier down middle right here. And here, let me initiate the timeout real for you there. And then another diver coming in from that corner, right? But they both dived simultaneously as the QB was entering the bubble right here. Now, the first pass, it was a little bit off. Yeah. But because they had the second cutter in coordination also cutting, the second person was able to recover and then send one more pass for the finish. But it's stuff like that. It's coordinated offense where you're all diving with a purpose and a certain timing. It's not just random what they're doing. Even if it's not pre-planned, the point is they know when they get into certain zones of the floor and they have their QB rolling up, they know when they need to cut to enable the best chance at a score.
I love the way you explain that, Palidore. And then even another thing, you know, the passer, Supreme, making that pass, instead of just making the pass and then staying static, actually move to the backside of the goal and put themselves in a better position to receive a pass and make a shot. And that ended up being the score. Right, so just always staying active. Always, people talk about a link or a line between players so that you can see each other. You can, you're an option for a pass. Just feeling where you need to be in the arena so that you can put yourself in a place where your teammate can get the disc to you, and when they do get the disc to you, you're in a position either to score directly or to pass to another player who may be in a better position themselves to cut or score. So all of the players just staying active and being available in multiple different ways.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I'll play that replay for you guys one more time just to kind of see what I was talking about. But again, just you see the pass, the entry on the bubble, and look at that. Such a well-coordinated cut. So even when the first one wasn't there, the second one certainly was. And it wasn't an accident. I mean, they didn't mean necessarily to miss that first pass, but they did mean to be coordinated on that dive in that sense. So really nice to see as this timeout does continue a little bit. Want to give a quick shout out there to the Twitch chat again. See Grumpiest Broom in there, Arrow Knight as well. B-Love, great to have B-Love in there. And Gems, Original VR. Yesmar saying, complimenting the commentator pair. Well, thank you. I compliment you on your Twitch chat ability. It's incredible. But thanks for the kindness as well. And Momo Cake Dimwee was actually scheduled for this block to cam and cast it with Doc. But some internet issues or some other vaguely tech-related issues meant that I had to step in kind of an emergency. But Dimwee should be over on VRML Channel 2 starting in the next few minutes, actually, to cast Kraken versus High Voltage with Kit Catastrophe. Meanwhile, we'll stay here to finish out this match with Hivemind versus Wrath. And following that one, we also have Ethereal versus Aurora in the North American Master Division.
Yeah, that's going to be an absolute barn burner, the Master Tier match, Ethereal and Aurora. But it looks like the teams are back. Oh no, just as they unpause, the player from Wrath has disconnected. Yeah, Sports has disconnected again. So, but it looks like they have to go forward. Maybe they're out of their tech time. Okay, Sports is going to get back. So there's a little bit of a power play advantage right now for you hockey fans. 4 versus 3 until Sports is out. But Sports is out. And he's linked up, and he comes in, and just like that, he's got the disc.
Like a superhero flying through the air. Maybe it's just a new advanced meta. That's the advanced delayed stack. Look at that pass, though. A lot of cluster up in there. Unfortunately, the congestion too much to convert on a goal, so will be recovered or sent out, and now eventually recovered with an open goal at that. Callan, he ain't gonna miss, at least not tonight. 11-4.
Not tonight, not from 10 meters out, not with the goalie, not in goal. And just like that, this game goes from 4 points and very much, you know, not easy, but definitely within reach. And now to 7 points with 2 minutes left. That's a huge turnaround right here.
And Link One with the disc, though, being lost to Callan. The shield looking at him in the eyes as he did. Now right from the underside. But Callan getting a stun by High Blow at Sports. So trading blows there with the brawls, the stuns, and now retreating into the defense as they back it out to mid on offense for Hivemind. Back at it, and that lead increasing by the minute now.
That was an absolutely amazing save from Sports. Sports found himself floating, not able to move off anything. The only player between the goal and Callan, and somehow just read the mind and picked the pocket, got the save. That was an absolutely incredible save there by Sports.
And now curious to see if they do, well, just this, delay a little bit, force the defense, knowing that they have a lead. Hivemind has a lead and they have time on their side. They just stall it out. They really force this stack to address them and waste precious seconds off the clock, which they did just there.
Yeah, with a minute left, every second here is hurting Wrath. Essen will get an opportunity. No, can't quite get it. So the time is still ticking down, and it looks like the opportunities for Wrath are closing. They're not going to stop, though. Chuck Not Norris in the area does haul it in with 40 seconds left. It's going to be, it looks like this round and this match will go to Hivemind.
Yeah, and with that, yeah, 30 seconds remaining for those in the chat wondering, hold on, because that shot may be going in. But next up, well, it's going to be Aurora coming in versus Ethereal. And on this channel, over on channel 2 simultaneously, Dimwee will be casting the Kraken versus High Voltage match, I do believe. So wherever you want to be, whatever games you want to see, you have your options. You got the links as well here in the channel. If you look below the video player in the About Us section, you can get a link to channel 2 if you don't have it already. But yeah, we'll have that coming up next. But with that, victory Hivemind. As let me pull up also the stats just in case they're broken on our overlays side, just for stream's sake. But it will be the victory Hivemind.
Yeah, and you know, if you can't decide which game you want to watch them both. Open a tab, split your screen, you know, get a second computer, you know, do whatever it takes to soak in all of that Echo Arena action. But with that, I mean, great, another round. I mean, kind of like the first one that we had, Palidore. Both teams showing up well, doing some great work. But one team, in this case, Hivemind, in the first case, it was GenZ, just absolutely on fire, and you know, kind of that can't miss night. And then, you know, that's kind of a big part of what made it go their way.
Oh, absolutely. And I think, yeah, our stats are still a little bit bugged this tonight, so apologies for that. I believe Callan, not 29 points, but did score 17, I caught on the scoreboard before we switched off to this scene. So still, strong effort for sure. With that, indeed, we do have Ethereal versus Aurora coming up next, so I'm going to send you to a brief intermission. Stay tuned either on Channel 1 or Channel 2, because we'll be right back at you with some more Echo Arena here in VR Master League Season 3, Cycle 3.
In a city, still so far from home. I've searched for you on my own. Cast out like a shadow, racing towards the light. I pray to see you one more time.
Get this explosive Joker offense, getting the stop is Swag War, so he'll deny that opening start, and they'll get the boost down court. They will be at ceiling, they'll find possession, and they'll take this shot in the law, putting 3
of nice quick passes here, sending it up to the top. Lovely pass there, passing it back. Legit now holding it. Stuns there, lovely stun. Or
sending that one cross, gonna be ahead of its target, but pursuing it will be Team Gravity. Viatrex now down to the floor. Does this angle exist? And it does. That pass to Lowriders.
Savage Joes has improved over their current games. Stacks are out. Both stacks are getting really close as blue team flubs their matches. Average Joes puts it in for 2. Toggle pick not taking any time.
A lot of stuns coming through now at the floor will be picked up and set back towards that bubble, looking above the goal, and the slap from Acorn will finish that one off. Getting the grab on that will be Ghostuck, and trying to get that dribble through mid. It will be picked up by Ryruff. Ryruff sending that pass forward. This is a chance, and Ghostuck, but the save, denying that It's shut down by this defense.
All right, hello, and welcome back again, everybody, to VR Master League Channel 1. I'm Palidore on the cast, and co-casting with me all three of these matches, DocEducation. Always wonderful to have Doc here on the streams on any channel, any time of the day. And, you know, so far, Doc, these have been some fun matches for sure. And mentioned it already, but the pace has been absolutely incredible. So I'm wondering if that's about to continue with these two teams here, who are definitely known for having some firepower on their side. Yeah. Of course, and you know what? Seems like more often than not that hope actually does pan out a lot of the time. Oh no, we're hopeless because Doc was a little bit muted there. That wasn't me. Hey Doc, are you here?
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, good to hear you talking on stream for the first time. Definitely. What can you tell us about again?
Hey, all I can say is the teams are out and the disc is bouncing around and there are multiple players after it and it looks like Jason's gonna pass it to JL Graham, but off the face of the moon, and JL Graham gets it back and sends it in. So 15 seconds in, we've got a score.
By the face of the moon, by the skin of my teeth, I unmuted DocEducation, and now well informed we are. But yes, welcome everybody into the chat. See, super buddy. So welcome everybody, I guess. It's Kung as well, and Zeus coming in from the game into the Twitch chat as well. Welcome, Bart Star. What's up? Good to see you as well. Flatman, Momo again, and Andy W. Disgusting.
What's he saying? I missed it, but picking it up is Caesar. Caesar over to Saluna. Saluna gonna pass it right up to Moonface. Moonface gonna get stunned out by Mozzie. What a steal. The clear not quite good enough though. They will have to redirect, and the Skydiver getting it and passing it over to Moon.
Oh, and what a pass it was! What a save it was! Mozzie taking it out of there. That's clear. Great defense. Can they get the offense? No, Saluna's there recovering, sending right lane. And that's going to be cleared into another intercept from Mozzie this time. A lot of back and forth action for sure, but see, Jason's going to anchor down and find a little bit of time for maybe 1-2 passes, but no, a 1-2 and a punch, and now 1-2-3 is a ding instead. Taken here by C. Jason.
Wow, Ethereal, yeah, dodging a bullet there, but Moonface dodging in the face of danger right there and hauling it in. Saluna does not miss those shots very often. Saluna passes now to Moonface. Moonface gonna do the Moonface thing, and wow, what? Is this Aurora or is this Kangarillas we're seeing?
Aurora-rillas. Delete that. Anyway, subscription from Skinny229 and it's Kung. Thank you so much from Skinny and Kung for the subs there. 14 months and a 13-month streak for Skinny and 9 months there for It's Kung. And it's quite all right. Glad to have you guys here and thanks for the support. Of course, part of our casting and creation teams here in VR Master League are those players. So welcome them to the cast and to the Twitch chat as we welcome ourselves back into this exciting match.
Skinny subbed, that can only mean one thing. You're hired.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But it's going to be a tap out there, slapped out, and dived upon. Okay, he's hired.
Saluna will get another shot off the mail with the mail slot. No. So a couple of just very near misses for Saluna. Let's hope she gets warmed up because, yeah, when she is on, there is no better shooter in the game.
Oh yeah, one of the most devastating offensive players that you will see on the floor. But of course, there is a multitude of them. There's one from Mozzie. So speaking of exactly that person, we're talking powerhouses. Mozzie, every time I cast, doesn't even matter how much time there is between the cast I do of Ethereal. I'm going to see Mozzie quite often be scoring double digits by the end of the first or second round.
Yeah, I mean, you know what they say, if you can't make big shots, get easy shots, or at least I just said that. But J.L. Graham getting the steal there, has to dump it in the face of pressure. Saluna gonna chase it down, but see Jason chases Saluna down, and they've got a 3-on-1 here. Ooh. Oh, but a little bit of trickeration, and doesn't go their way. Skydiver types it out.
Trickeration, huh? Right here to JL Graham over to that left lane. See Jason with that disc, finding the forward pass to Mozzie. Some forward momentum, has that underside, goes for the top side instead, as it will ding off that pole. Rebounded Saluna deep clear. Already the stacks coming in hot from Aurora, but just the same from Ethereal, and will be Steel Sky, winding, finding, and now they're within one.
Steel Skydiver sending it in from above. Back within one are Aurora. So a few shots, a few dings have not gone their way, but same on the side of Ethereal. They've missed a couple of close ones as well. So both of these teams maybe just getting warmed up and, maybe also feeling the pressure because both teams are playing incredible defense right now.
And on that note, incredible, another subscription coming in from Zux this time, not Zux. Which is it? But thank you for the sub there. Another one of our new casters, returning casters in that sense as well, casting the real single shot. Look at all the fakes, throwing it out there, showing the moves in that tool belt to convert for now a 3-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, why pass when you can slam?
Lemming agrees.
Flying in, and I mean, keep active. If you've got a pass, go ahead and do it. But if not, take it all the way in. And it looks like trying to take it in right now are Aurora. Saluna's with the disc. Saluna with the 18-meter pocket shot. Wow.
It's basically a double whammy. I mean, not only the speed on the shot. Actually, maybe a triple whammy. The speed, that's one whammy. The second one was the fact that it was so close to the goal. The third was the fact that it was in a pocket. That is triple up on the amount of offensive threats that the goalie has to deal with in that situation. And it is going to be mighty tough for most goalies in this league to really do anything with that.
Yeah, no one's going to be looking for that far. I mean, it was the far left pocket as well. I mean, you're looking the close pocket, you're looking above, you're looking below. That was all the way on the far side. That shot from Moonface is going to bounce off the boot. So passes over to Saluna now. Saluna's going to have to back it out because she didn't have an angle. Passes over to Moonface. Moonface is going to do a little bit of juking. Wow. Oh, Caesar. See Jason.
Oh, no.
I can't even follow all the bounces and the action, but in the end, Caesar gets it and slams it.
I need not speak words, but it's a 1-point game and an advantage going to Aurora.
All right. Now it's Ethereal on their offensive joust, and it looks like going into a kind of man defense is Aurora. Moonface pressuring the quarterback. Mozzie with the disc now has an option low, but a couple of players in between, so a little bit of shaking, and we'll get it to single shot. Single shot looking for the pass. Beautiful to see Jason. Sending it into Mozzie with the pocket top slam.
Great drop off from C. Jason as well, putting some finesse on that one as Mozzie was cutting from just behind. Wonderful little pass and efficient on the goal, so made up for the mistake almost instantly off that last double barrier clear. And just like that, I mean, that's what you need to do. Forget about the mistakes of yesterminute because it's time for a new score, and they're back up because of that.
Yeah, and thank you for that hydrate. Definitely need that with all the action we have going on. And it looks like Caesar has the disc now, passes over to Saluna. Saluna getting stunned out, but just gets it off on the back pass. Mozzie now and J.L. Graham gonna send it through, but all the stacks are getting stunned out, so single shot's gonna wind his way in. Gonna have an open goal, but can't quite connect, and Skydiver is back in the goal.
Yeah, a little bit of a missed opportunity there, seeing if they can contest at the sideline, and bouncer perhaps that's gonna go low, and now being sailed high, waiting for the stacks to get it. And yeah, shout out as well, Kit Catastrophe, another one of our fantastic casters, doing about 60 matches just in the first few weeks alone, getting into the front row now with the 500 bits, and that one's for you, Kit. The 500 kits. See Jason. 11-8 now, Doc.
Wow, yeah, great work by Ethereal keeping up those passes. I mean, it's very difficult for a defense and a goalie to contend with that level of passing excellence. So
yeah.
Down by 3 are Aurora right now, but they have the disc and the opportunity. They're going to send it Sky to Caesar. Caesar back to Sky on the backside. Sky over to Moonface. Moonface, back to Caesar. Caesar back to Saluna. Jason, what a save!
And the one time out of 1,000 shots that I've seen Saluna not go into a pocket, it's going to be saved. But of course, that player and see Jason going to do that to a lot of players. Of course, will be recovered here by Steel Sky, another one of the talented goalies of this league, and will be Saluna. Now another attempt, so they've made up for that mistake because now they have their offense lined up.
Offense lined up, Caesar on the backside, but getting stunned out. So great look by Saluna, but look at that. Moonface on the backside, hauling it in, passes to Caesar. Caesar going to go back to Moonface. Moonface on the, oh, Ozzy with the save.
How about this defense? Now Mozzie getting in on the fun for sure as it now bounces a really hot, I think, headbutt it may have been there. Saluna's going to be end up with a disc and now be sending it to the midfield where that's going to be sent now to Caesar. But Caesar has no time to work with. Caesar is stunned at 2 brutes. Well, that would be a brutal shot for 3 from C. Jason.
I don't even have any words. That was amazing. Out of the hand, I thought it was just a panic, get it out because I'm about to get stunned. And then it was actually just an incredibly beautiful bounce shot.
What a way to end with a flash and flurry, and fury for that matter. That was incredible. Saluna now with one more heave. Not really an option there, so just giving another save padded. But wow, that was a equally fast-paced, frantic round. All 3 matches today have been so action-packed, and this is just continuing that trend.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that kept it from being, the scores from being double for both teams was both teams had great saves, great stuns, great steals, and interceptions. I mean, both teams had opportunities. Both teams missed, 1 or 2 little shots here and there. That'll definitely happen. But both teams also just flashing some incredible skill on basically throughout the entire round.
Oh yeah, the missed shots are just a reality of Echo in any sport, really, especially at that high volume. And when you throw on top of the defensive capabilities of those goalkeepers and the defenders in general, it's going to also force offenses to take tougher shots, to try and search for tighter angles and those pockets and things like that. So really, there's a lot of difficulty multipliers when you're talking about the level of play, the caliber of play, and the purposeful play you see when it comes to some of these shot attempts on master tier offenses, for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry, I was just going to hand it right back to you because I was going to say I need to take care of like 3 or 4 different hydrations. So thank you guys there. Periwinkle with the latest one. Gonna make me tinkle. Doc, yes.
Oh yeah, every sport has percentages. I mean, you think in the NBA, 40% from 3-point is considered a very high percentage. That's 4 out of 10. 50% from 2 is considered a very high percentage. So even there where there's no goalie, there's no one expected to make every shot. But Caesar, he makes those. Yeah.
Here we go.
Things are just fine. And just fine right there. Oh, but see Jason, where did he come from? I thought Skydiver had a wide open 3, and see Jason just jumped out. So Luna's gonna jump in. See Jason with the headbutt. It's Moonface coming in. JL Graham coming in. Yeah, wow, what a wild ride we have.
Ooh, that's almost in as well. That would have been even wilder. Losing it there off the pole, but that was almost a crazy hit from way, way deep in the trench. But it's going to be taken here by CJ. And, well, Saluna now with a path down mid on a deep heave. A lot of stacks flying in with incredible speed, recovered by Steel Sky. Teammates in tow, but so was the defense.
Wow, everyone's just flying around. It's absolutely furious right now. Steel Skydiver getting the hand on it, will throw it through. Moonface is going to get it and look to pass to Saluna. Saluna has the disc. Will pass right back to Moonface. Moonface is going to go off the shield and go to the top pocket. So Aurora up by 4 now.
And even threw the big wind up on it as well, eyeing down the goalkeeper. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to do that. Big wind up also to kind of mask exactly where that release point might have been.
Yeah, I mean, just beautiful move by Moonface, looking for that top pocket. J.O. Graham now. Oh, Caesar. Can he? Will he? He will! What a steal! What a shot from 27 meters!
Hey, put him in the Parthenon. That is great. I think that's Greek, actually. But nonetheless, Caesar, a strong hit. They're 7 points up only a couple minutes into this match, the second round of this match, rather. A big turnaround. There's that round 2 adjustment that we see oftentimes.
Yeah, adjustment and, sometimes just a little bit of lucky bounce of the disc or, the shot going in instead of going a little bit wide. Now it looks like single shot. It's going to be working along the floor, spending some time so teammates can come in. J.O. Graham on the side, going to stun out. See Jason coming in from the backside. Wow. Yeah, so that's beautiful work by Ethereal and by single shot specifically to draw the defense out, get into a better position to pass, and then wait for that player on the backside to have time to come in and send it in.
Yeah, absolutely. And I see Twitch chat certainly appreciating all of the play that we've seen here, including the round 2 banner or whatever that was at the beginning. But glad to see all you guys in here as well. Rox and Jaywalker now, and well, another pass up the floor, another quick launch, maybe just a quick score. It's been the case all day where not a lot of time, but there's a lot of hands full of disc. Did that make grammatical sense? Probably not, but it will get them a 2.
The message was clear.
Was
the
it?
disc was changing hands, and then it was sent into the goal. And back up by 7 are Aurora.
Yeah, Doc gets my drift. He's an educated one after all. So thank you, Doc.
Now with the disc is J.O. Graham, but Saluna. Can she? Will she? Oh, Saluna. And she does a little twirl. She's upset with herself right now.
That was, when people get upset, usually they flail their hands around, they get angry, and they shake their fists. Saluna just does a little twirl. I'll take it. It was the most wholesome, angry, non-celebration I think I've seen in a while. That's, it's fun. I love the body language that we see from these players. That's the beauty of VR, isn't it?
It absolutely is, and Saluna is one in particular who always from what I've seen, has stayed positive and staying positive right there. See Jason, but I've seen Saluna, laugh and compliment other players, and even during master tier matches, sometimes you'll hear in the chat, and you'll hear her say "good shot" or "wow, that was amazing," and so just keeping it positive is super important in this game.
I mean, before we started keeping, because of the private comms being added to the game post Season 2, so before we started keeping player comms unmuted at times, my favorite, aside of Saluna, Strambitsky. Not for stream-friendly reasons, but it was always hilarious. He would force me to mute him well before we started the cast, but that is a very nice pass to Mozzie from CJ. Wow.
Yeah, and as we are waxing poetic here, Ethereal has quietly put up four quick points and back within 3. So Aurora definitely needs to keep their foot on the pedal because 3 points is nothing in 4.5 minutes, and they definitely they cannot rest on 9 points. Mozzie getting the disc, gonna take a shot. It's a little bit wide, so dodging a bit of a bullet there are Aurora.
Yeah, but they'll still get another pass off. Mozzie trying to shield and then immediately backing it out to see Jason. Just knew the general area to place it. So nice coordination. Oh, but the points will not be scored, not this time around. A rebound midfield looking like see Jason with it. And spacing out once more. Yeah, the comeback is definitely real. That shift in tides that we witnessed oftentimes. I mean, it's happened here, especially with another score. Aurora needs to be careful, but a good stun and dive there will at least delay it further.
Yeah, but right back in the hands of C. Jason. Saluna doing some work there. J.L. Graham now has the disc. Caesar getting the stun. Caesar will... Oh, C. Jason, what a pick. And the disc is back in the hands of Ethereal, and they'll get 2 quick points. So a little bit unlucky there from Caesar, but just a great read by C. Jason.
Oh, absolutely, and caught the defense. Not really napping so much. I mean, you saw the defense off that initial clear. They were stacked and just about ready to go, but they stopped themselves on the barrier. But even just that alone, they retreated in time. It was still enough, though, for the offense to find a window of advantage just to take them a little off guard, since they weren't, stand still in the goal and able to really eye down the play anymore.
Wow, and eyeing down that one is single shot, but right back in the hands of Steel Skydiver. So still up by 1 are Aurora with 3 minutes left. Moonface for 3!
Oh, they gotta face the music here soon because they're up by 4 with only 2:46 remaining in the second round. Could be eyeing around 3. That is a big, big hit, and especially making it a 3-point shot. So they put them up at least by 2 goals at minimum now as we enter crunch time, and a recovery, an interception right off of that tunnel as well.
Yeah, beautiful move by Saluna. She's taking it one-on-one. Wow, look at that. Bottom pocket. I mean, she can put it anyway. I mean, her accuracy is absolutely astounding.
I can't understand it, but it's, yeah, deadly accurate and fast. That is going to be very difficult to save an awful lot of the time for most people. Not all people, most people though. There's some talented goalies out there, but yeah, that's just a really hot shot and put them up by even more. Nice response essentially to that run from Ethereal earlier on.
Yeah, and so Ethereal now down by 6, but just like that, Mozzie says, hey, I can take it too. 18 meters a second from 5 meters out, and they're back within 4.
Okay, responding immediately. Also, Soisy, shout out to Soisy for stopping by the Twitch chat also with a tier 1 subscription for 12 months. 10-month streak. That's 1, 2, that's double digits. Thank you. Glad to have you in the chat, and always glad to see Soisy, as we are very, very glad to see this go into the deep end of things in round 2, Doc.
Yeah, and the disc is now loose. Ethereal have it back, so they definitely have an opportunity. 4 points down with a minute left. It is not out of sight or out of reach just yet. So Aurora has got to be careful. Beautiful passing right there, though. Back in the hands of Caesar. Caesar has Saluna on the top side. Elects to dump it in for the clear and boost strategy. It is in the hand of Moonface. Moonface to Saluna. Oh, she dings it. Oh, she's upset with herself as well. But it's okay. They're still up by 4 with 50 seconds left.
And right below to Steel Sky could secure, and they will. They're back up by 6 points. So barring any ridiculous joust threes, essentially, if they can just protect that goal from 3-point hits, I mean, they're going to be good for that 3rd round coming up real soon.
Yeah, this is absolutely huge for Aurora. Obviously, needed to take this round in order to push it in, but you know, now J.O. Graham has an opportunity, can't quite get it. Saluna gonna get it. Oh, off the head of C. Jason. So Saluna's getting a little bit stuffed here right now, but it's not gonna matter because it will close it, and Aurora will take round 2 here. Even though C. Jason, oh, Skydiver with the save there.
What a nice save off of otherwise a very tricky move, trying for the 360, but instead it's going to turn around. Well, I guess 180 as it gets sent to the tunnel. One last grab, but round 2 in the books and round 3 on the way real soon.
Yeah, nice work. I mean, again, I think I mentioned it at least once or twice on this stream, but just good to see the teams fighting to the end. It's just, it makes the game so much more fun when every second is juicy. And looks like we've got the stats coming up. I'm not sure if they'll be accurate on your screen, but I can see the in-game stats. And C. Jason and Mozzie both have 9 points, so really pouring it in. C. Jason also with 4 assists and 5 saves, so doing a lot of work for Ethereal there. And for Aurora, we've got Saluna with 4 points, Caesar with 9, Moonface with 5, and Steel Skydiver with 6. So yeah, it looks like the stats that you see are accurate there.
No. Hopefully. Maybe. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, with that said, though, I mean, everyone, as you can see, absolute stat sheet stuffers when it comes down to it. And that's what happens in Master, you know, and as players and teams in lower divisions and newer teams get going, oftentimes a really heavily niche-based, like role-based and such, you know, from player to player, but the more and more you get higher and higher. I mean, basically to be one of these top 10 teams in a league of 400 teams just about, you need to have players who are good at just about everything, basically, and you definitely see that here.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like every player on both teams has at least 1 point, 1 steal, and one assist and 1 save. That And only Moonface doesn't have a steal. Everyone else has at least one steal as well. So yeah, absolutely. And just like that, the game is back on. Skydiver with the disc, left for the back pass to Caesar. So they're gonna start up a little bit. Oh,
Ooh.
not quite fast enough. Mozzie gets a hand on it. So a little bit of work now required on Aurora, but Skydiver with the slam.
Sky high as well, and says goodbye to the defense with a great hit off of the Saluna pass, and yeah, just dead into the goal. Now 30 seconds in, and these two teams, it bears mentioning, even though we say it over and over, but especially with the last leg of this season, you gotta know. There are no takebacks. There's no fourth cycle to come back from if you don't manage to take care of business here. So every single win is going to be so important to these teams in these last few weeks, and especially Aurora here, who gets off to a amazingly fast start to this round. 15 seconds now, looking for that win here.
Yeah, this would be absolutely huge. Aurora, if my sources are correct, is currently in last place in Master Division, so they are on on the bubble, so to speak, for that Challengers Cup, and Moonface coming in. So yeah, and Ethereal has been playing incredibly well. I mean, including in this game, in the last few weeks. So if Aurora can take one here, that would be absolutely huge for their record and also for their confidence.
And that would be huge for theirs as well. Moonface, deep from midfield, down the mail slot. Didn't know you could send letters to the moon, but they mail it in very, very well. That's 8 points in only 2 minutes.
Insane. At 37 meters out, mail slot. I mean, that is one of the most difficult shots in the game, really. Mozzie now with the disc passes down to single shot over to J.O. Graham. So it's going to be a quick return there. Oh, but returning it is the rim. And Saluna with the hand on it. She'll clear it through. It's in the hands of Caesar now, going through the left tube. Oh, but Gio is going to be in the way. The tap will be good, and it'll be back in the hands of Ethereal.
And back to single shot now with maybe a mail slot of their own. No, a grab there by Saluna. Moonface taking a short range boost, and now with another two, couldn't make it back to back, but still may get the disc back at the very least. So with a flourish, looking to finish, and they will. Moonface again, 11 points for Aurora, who's came out with a thunderous round 3.
Wow, Moonface absolutely on fire right now. Just cannot miss. So 11 points in, and it looks like someone will take a timeout. My only guess it could be Ethereal looking to use their timeout to regroup, because right now, Aurora is just pouring it in.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if a timeout, a disagreement on a timeout, or what, but nonetheless, I think we've got it. So I'll bring out your music and overlays for a moment here, but. Wow, incredible. I mean, Moonface there making those long-range bombs. I mean, one from the mail slot, and the other one just missing, but got his own rebound and still managed to turn it around into a bottom boot 3. So that was a really, like I said, crazy start. That is a lot of points to put up in only 3 minutes of action. You don't see 11 points that quickly too often, especially at Master Tier, just because of, again, how skilled all these players are and how oftentimes more difficult it is to score at that kind of pace at this level. So I don't know. Ethereal really needs to gather themselves here and figure out the game plan, because they've got a lot of time. Don't get me wrong; they could make up 11 points in 7 minutes easily. At their normal pace. But we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a great. It's sort of one of the age-old adages in sports. If you're going to be down big, it's good to be down early, because you have plenty of time to recover. And yeah, as you say, 7 minutes. Definitely do not count Ethereal out. If Aurora takes this time out, if they're not focused right now, if they're not continuing their pressure, if they go to sleep, Ethereal will absolutely crush them. So right now, yeah, you can see them in the arena, just kind of moving about, doing a little bit of regrabbing, or Not sure who those play. It looks like Skydiver and Moonface doing a little bit of regrabbing there. Caesar kind of cruising around, and Saluna also cruising around. So yeah, they're just staying active and doing a little bit of chatter, keeping it up. Meanwhile, Ethereal are regrouped. They are in their lobby, and they're definitely talking things over.
Yeah, and yeah, what they need to do here, so they have with this pause up to 5 minutes. We're a couple minutes into it. I want to give a shout out, of course, to our sponsors here in VR Master League Echo Arena Season 3 in HyperX, as well as Asterion products, VRware.net, Rebuff Reality, Fixed Gaming, who provides the music you're hearing on stream and during timeouts and pre-shows, as well as VR Cover, ProTube VR, and of course, although you're not our sponsors, Twitch Chat. Maybe in an indirect way with those subs, because you guys got that hype train earlier on. Appreciate you guys very much as well. The 700 bits had 5 subs in there about 20 minutes or so ago, and Kit also putting in some bits there. And yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate that tremendously.
We love all the love as B-Love comes into chat, and yeah, always good to see the support. And it looks like Ethereal have decided that they've had their chat and they are ready to bounce in and start this round again.
All right, and down big, but still big numbers on the clock, as you mentioned. So if Aurora can score 11 in 3 minutes, absolutely Ethereal can do that in 7. So just this launch, it's going to be a big telltale sign of whether or not this timeout helped them, but just seeming to kind of throw it into the mist, as it will actually be grabbed by Single by the end of it. Rebounded there by Steel, just a little bit off, but a nice grab. Mozzie, backboarded shot, just missing. That would have been a great hit, and unfortunately, off a couple of attempts, they are going to lose out, but still get a third perhaps on the way.
Yeah, a couple of important misses there. Mozzie, though, with the disc and another opportunity. Yeah, off the head of Steel Skydiver, but I think it was Single Shot doing the work. So back within 9, they're on the board for the first time, and with 6 minutes left, again, do not go to sleep if you are Aurora.
Absolutely. So here we Chicago, as Steel Sky likes to say on those plays. It's going to be taken by Steel Sky, sent out to Saluna, and up top at the trap. So there you go. Momentum shift, especially if they make this one. They've got the numbers. They've got the 2. And that's 2 in a row in a very rapid fire succession.
Yep, 4 points in a couple of minute, just over a minute really. So back within 7. That's only 3 goals, and with 5 minutes left, the stacks for Ethereal are putting a lot of pressure right now on Aurora. And let's see what they elect to do. Single shot flying in. Saluna under pressure, so has to tap it through. So the disc will be loose. Caesar will get it, get his hand on it, and has multiple options. So Moonface coming in. There must be some stunning on the backside, and Caesar goes right in with the inside shot, so back up by 9.
Yeah, right within a meter there, so great job to find that close ranger. And that's gonna get you going, as Andy W in there says, when in doubt, dunk it out. We saw that from Ethereal about a minute ago. We almost saw it right there, but just exactly that, right? When the long range shots maybe aren't falling, and some of those those rhythm plays aren't happening for you. How do you get back in rhythm? You just walk it in. You try and find something close up, something high percentage. That one just missing, and saying bye to that percentage as they go to the other side.
And flying in right now, Steel Skydiver going to take a shot, but right back. Mozzie, wow, what a save.
Yeah, big grab. That would have been devastating to the efforts here. Certainly had that gone in, but they're going to get another chance. There's Mozzie bouncing it and getting eventually to see Jason. So finding see Jason's arms. That goal is open. The 3 is made. This is turning into a game all of a sudden. Those 11 points in 3 minutes for Aurora. And now in the last few minutes, we've gotten 7 here from Ethereal.
Yeah, 7 points, and it could have been more. There have been several dings, including a couple of missed 3s. So, 6 points down, and they've evened out the odd number there with the 3 of their own. So just like that, JL Graham and Mozzie have the disc. It's a 3-on-1. Mozzie going in with the stun. Oh, and missing again. So another opportunity missed, but single shot with the slam. So, okay, within 4. I mean, it's basically tied now.
When in doubt, dunk it out. How come Andy you know, may not be in the casting booth all the time, but you always you have the best phrases. Stop that. Actually, no, keep going. That said, taking it here on the Nest, Q being Steel Sky, I mean, they gotta cut this off somehow because they are bleeding points by the minute, it seems like, as it's gonna be Jason with the disc again. Another turnover, Doc.
Yeah, and they got to be careful. Skydiver missing the disc. There are 2 players there. Skydiver will get the tap out. Moonface taps it out even further, so some nice work and a little bit of dodge of a bullet there. The disc will go back into the ethereal side, but the ethereal stacks are really flying. They are connected. They are focused right now. But look at that. Soluna with her own focus, and the bounce shot. Can it be good? Oh, just barely missing.
And a tap pass over to Moonface, very nicely placed off the back again, and they finally score, breaking that just scoreless effort the last few minutes now, barely able to get anything in, and being held to so many turnovers thanks to Ethereal. But that may just help them get back on the board and get back in their comfort zone with only 2:30 remaining off this launch.
Absolutely huge. They needed a little bit of momentum and just a little bit more cushion. Moonface now with the steal.
No
He's gonna
way.
send it in. It's gonna be too low. I don't think there was a chance there, but Soluna will pick it up. Maybe there was a disc size window that Moonface had, but just barely low.
It was a hair off from making it, and knowing what Moonface has been doing today, I can't doubt it at all. But in the right place was Soluna finding the rebound after all. And well, a excellent reaction, suffice to say, from Aurora here. They are feeling much better after that stressful last few minutes of action, but they still got to close out with 147, and they do. There's defense again.
Absolutely beautiful. Moonface now flying in. We'll have an opportunity probably before anyone shows up. Single shot comes in. Single shot with the save. Keeping the hopes alive for the minute.
And back into the sidewall as well. Look at the dribble, trying to stay alive. Mozzie puts them up on the board again for 3, and they're within 5.
Within 5, it is not out of the woods. Aurora has got to be careful. Waste a little bit of time. I mean, if they do get any score here, it will close it out. But with ethereal stack pressure, let's see if they can get it. If they can get it before Aurora gets it past mid. Coming out of the gates a little bit slowly here. Not quite sure what happened on that one. It's not to their advantage, but well, it may be. See Jason with the disc. We'll send it through. It's going to be picked up, and it's on the right side. Mozzie's going to go in. Mozzie going pocket, not good enough. Moonface with the clear.
Well, that was a very risky one. Not necessarily the wrong choice either. The time is not there, but the pass certainly is. See, Jason hits JL Graham, and now they're back within 3. So I like the fact that they didn't give up, and they're still in this with a slight window of opportunity.
This is going to be huge. There are 8 seconds to go, so it looks like about 25 seconds once the clock opens. If it were within 2, it would be a lot easier. But with the 3, Aurora is just, Steel Skydiver is going to be the man right here. He's got to get back in goal. They cannot give up a 3. That is the only thing. Mozzie is going to go. There's going to get stunned out. Oh, Steel Skydiver. Wow, what a save with the shield. And they have still got an opportunity there here, though. Mozzie on the nest. He's going to get it stolen. These are cleared out, and it looks like Aurora will close this one out. Skydiver, absolute demon in the goal.
Once again, words would not do it justice. What a finish that was.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Steel Skydiver hanging out with the shield on, getting stunned out, and just flashing the shield with enough time to save that and still clear it out. That is absolute master tier defense.
Whoa, that was ridiculous. And I see chat in there also mentioning, and shame on me for not recognizing it sometimes, the potential for own goalage to just deny the other team when they're down by 3, self 2-pointer as the clock winds down. You're not wrong, but at the same time, I'm not going to complain because that gave a very stellar, highlight-worthy ending. But yeah, that is an immense way to close out the match. Lack of own goal maybe made it more difficult than it needed to be for Aurora, but did they get the job done or what? I can't believe that save. I mean, Ethereal was trying to play the time. They were trying to wait for that stun to go in and find a good angle on it, and yet the clutchness. Ooh, the clutchness to secure that win. That was a fun match.
But also, I mean, how good is Ethereal that Aurora can send in that many incredible threes, and they still are within hair's breadth of taking it in round 3. I mean, both of these teams are just. I mean, this level of play is just. It's just beautiful to see.
Yeah. Ooh, that was just immense, intense, all of the above. Look at the scores here now. I'm assuming, because round 2 was correct at least, so maybe these ones add up all correctly. I mean, again, everyone just putting up numbers in every category. So regardless of what the numbers are, the point is everyone did something in everything, in every aspect of the game. Like I said, master tier in a nutshell. And that's what you get here with these players. So Aurora definitely going to breathe a huge sigh of relief because they've got their win, and this could be exactly what they need. It's still going to be a battle in these last 3 weeks, these last, really 2 weeks now coming up of the regular season. But if they can close out strong, all it would take is one of these other master teams to just go on a little bit of a skid to maybe give Aurora that chance to stay out of, the threat of that bottom seed. And more importantly than anything, okay? Going into the season finals, the postseason and such, going into it with some sort of, positive energy and positive rhythm, right? You don't want to go in feeling down in the dumps. You really want to be able to finish strong as you go into championships.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you see this in every sport. You know, they talk about like the team that has the best record versus the team that's on the hottest streak at the time, and very often you'll see there's kind of like a wild card idea in a lot of sports. I see this in baseball a lot, where the wild card team, they don't win their division. Maybe they have to play an extra game or two, or even an entire series in order to fight their way into the playoffs. But they're just playing so hot and so well that they storm through not only that extra series and those extra battles, but all the way through and ultimately win the championship. So, not making any predictions right now, but definitely all of these teams, as you say, the main focus has got to be on just how well are you playing and how well are you gelling, and let the dominoes fall where they may.
Yeah, absolutely. I know someone in the comments in the Twitch chat there asked it a while earlier. I don't think I got a chance to answer, but asking about the teams, what teams I'm favoring, or if I have a favorite in that regard. Beauty of being a caster is that you get to be a fan, especially me, because I'm a caster, but I'm also not a player anymore on the competitive scene. So I get to be part of every team essentially and sharing that excitement. That's the beauty of it. So I'm just kind of rooting for good games every single time that I'm casting personally. And it's great. It's great.
It is great. I mean, yeah, when I was going to say, I think Palidore's favorite team is any team that's lost round 1. Always rooting for a round 3.
That's
always rooting for more action. I've got my favorites just in terms of style of play. I like any team that's got aggressive stacks, just the ability to move fast. I think to my mind, that's the meta. That's the future. The ability to bounce around the arena as fast as possible and just always pressure the opponent. I think that's an interest of mine in how far teams can press that. So obviously a stack that comes to mind is Chocolate and Sweet Tooth. They're on Anomaly, but lots of great stacks, and I mean, obviously individual players like Saluna, with just an absolutely incredible shot, are also really fun to follow and root for.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, we will close this one off because we do have more matches, not on this channel, but over on channel 2, perhaps 3 as well. But I'm going to send a raid over there right now. So for those who joined us for these last 3 in a row, thank you so much for doing so, and thanks B-Love in there for the love. I don't know about that, but I appreciate the sentiment for sure. But yeah, great players, great teams, great matches, the action, amazing. But until next time, I've been Palidore. That's been DocEducation co-casting with me. and over to Channel 2, where I believe it's at minimum Sir Dimwee and some others more than likely casting there. So see you next time. Man, be happy, healthy, safe. Good to each other, of course. Take care.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.